Today's article or today's topic is going to be the ICO and why that is going to be most likely our primary launch early this year, hopefully. And I'm going to try to map it out to you so you understand why. We are a crypto coin. We are building an ecosystem. In that ecosystem, we will have plenty of usages for the coin. We already do. We have a digital platform for banner advertising. We have subscription services for upgrades. Pretty soon here we'll have the premium upgrade, which will be a retail product. Hang on a second. I have a broken shoulder blade. Talking about that broken shoulder blade, I went to the doctor yesterday and I got really good positive results going back in 2 weeks, but everything is all set. It hasn't moved. I can kind of use my arm. This is very painful. He said my usage of my mouse is okay and gave me some exercises to try to head off the entropy. Anyway, back to the ICO. So we have already an ecosystem in development, and we have the Boost, which is a very powerful marketing tool. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which has really good quality things that you can win. We have 4 different types of coins. We have the ILP, which is a token for a assumable note type of a thing where you get a share of 20% of Markethive's revenue. With that, we have the Markethive token, which is our old coin, which was 888 billion. That's still being used for airdrops and stuff. It will be phased out. We have the new coin, Hivecoin, which is an actual digital coin on the blockchain, and it is looking for a exchange to be listed on, so it can be converted to other coins, which will then open it up into the open market, and it'll set a value to it. And we have the Markethive credit, and the credit can be purchased with credit card, Bitcoin, Solana, Hivecoin, etc. And it is a credit, so it's not a security, so we don't have to report it or anything. Once you buy it, you have to use it for the services that are found inside of Markethive. All that said, we have built a system that is an ecosystem, and we will continue on with things like broadcasts, press releases, sponsored articles, to name just a few additional services that we will have. Another one of those services that we will have that is very important, and that will be my next report, is on our news sites. And those will be primarily templates that we build that will receive articles through the Markethive plugin system, which will create for us a huge portfolio of what will be called controlled opposition sites. They would be like A and B crypto, and those will also be revenue makers and part of the ecosystem. So within our ecosystem, being that we are an inbound marketing platform, we will be like YouTube. We will have a curation system. We already have a blogging platform. We have a newsfeed platform, and we will have upgrades for that like they have in LinkedIn. So all of these things mean that we've already got most of that built. Now, how does that set us aside from doing an ICO? Well, first of all, you have to understand what an ICO is. An ICO is an initial coin offering. It is the digital blockchain version of an initial public offering of a publicly held stock. Well, a ICO is primarily you're buying coin based on the speculation that that coin is going to become worth something, because the actual offering of that ICO is based on the talent of the people doing it, the credibility of the people doing it, and the idea of what they're going to build. And that's the key word, what they're going to build. we've already built it. We have not done an official launch of our system yet. We're still in a kind of a pre-launch, probably one of the longest pre-launches on the planet, but nevertheless, it's like we're doing it right. So when we get to that point of doing an ICO, what will set us apart is we're not making a promise, this is what we're going to build. What we're saying is, we've already built this. And what the promise is that we're going to launch this and we're going to bring in hundreds of millions of subscribers and build one of the biggest ecosystems on the planet. Well, you want to do some comparisons. Well, look at Binance. Binance launched a similar type of a utility coin called the BNB, and it is a coin that you use to pay for trading fees. You hold the coin to use the coin for other types of processes and things that you can do. Their coin, because it is already built into a system, has already reached nearly $300 a coin, and the number of their coin is under 100 million. So these are properties, these are things that they're doing that we are modeling ourselves. So we have to look at the Howey test. So I don't know if you know what a Howey test is, but the 4 elements of a Howey test are the investment of the money, the expectation of profits, the common enterprise, and efforts of others. So we look at that and we go, okay, investment of money. Yes, of course, there is a requirement of investment of money. So there, boom, we have one. Expectations of profits. Well, yes, of course. Who in their right mind buys something without expecting to make profits? So yes, there's number 2. A common enterprise. Well, yes, we are a common enterprise. We all have a common reason for what we're doing here. The effort, is it dependent upon the efforts of others? No. The value of our coin is not dependent upon the efforts of others promoting it. So we don't get the 4 out of 4. So we're not, it's not, this is not a Howey. We passed the Howey test. So we're not really an ICO, but we are going to maintain, or we're going to launch this campaign as though we are an ICO. I hope that makes sense. So there's these ICO platforms out there. There's about 15 of them out there that are responsible for bringing in literally hundreds of thousands of investors. So what are we going to offer, and how are we going to do it? Well, we have some ideas, and I'm going to share some of those with you. We create a ICO type site. That's what we're going to do, probably with either Hivecoin.io, which we own, or Markethive.io, which we own. Or maybe we'll do it on both of them, but we're going to use one of those .ios. We have the promo code coming. That's a really big deal for what we're going to do with creating kind of a ICO launch. So when a person comes to that site, we're going to say, okay, so here's the different levels of subscriptions that you can get into with Markethive. We'll have we may have a very limited to the Entrepreneur 1 on this. We will have the premium upgrade. We will probably have a series of other smaller type upgrades, and each one will represent a certain amount of ILP. Like maybe this one will be 1/100th of an ILP. This will be 1,000th of an ILP. This will be, really small micro amounts of ILPs to that investment. And coin, you'll get this certain amount of Hivecoin. You'll get this certain amount of services, all already happening. So we will already have a system that's in operation with over 200,000 subscribers. I don't think anybody's ever done anything like this. I think that's probably one of the things you can say about Markethive is we do things nobody else has ever done. So we're working right now to get to that point where we can launch a ICO type of a campaign, which requires the 4 things that you already know that we're working on. We're working on the E1 exchange, the promo code, the premium upgrade, and the registration login, 2FA, KYC, 30 days, If you do it, you're going to get all of this. You're going to get the airdrop. You're going to get the promo code benefits, etc., etc. So all of that needs to be done, and that's what we're focusing on right now to get done. We're right now on top of that, and once that's done, then the next thing for us to do is then to build the Markethive.io or Hivecoin.io, the IO sites in preparation, and then fund the campaign in a number of the ICO sites that are out there, and also look into a kind of a more of a massive scale marketing into the crypto industry. And probably we'll skirt on the sides of the MLM industry, but I'll be honest with you, I don't really think any MLM company is going to endorse this, because they're all very paranoid that somebody's going to come along with a better deal than theirs and suck all their people away. I've got that about Markethive and Veritech for 20 years, so that will be left up to those of you who have those types of groups. I don't really depend on the MLM industry, other than I think there's a great darkness tail over that industry. It really hasn't fulfilled itself. I don't really see it as being as dynamic as it used to be. That's a whole nother article. What I'm excited about, and I am uplifted about, is we are in an incredibly dynamic year. A lot going on this year. We're probably going to see cryptocurrency accelerate sometime this year into the stratosphere. And knowing how the Lord works, our launch will be right in the middle of that maelstrom. So that's my report for today. Tomorrow, I'll probably go into depth about what we're going to do with our franchise news sites. So thank you for listening. And I'm going to put this recording into a blog post, because in that blog post I'm going to list several links for you to really understand what the Howey test is, what an IO, the ICO launch platforms, so you can go see really what that's all about and get yourself educated on it. God bless you. Bye-bye.